Hello everyone and welcome to episode 18 of All the Mods 3. Today we are going to work on our Thaumcraft base and it's going to be far away from our laggy main base. Anyway, there are some things that I have to finish before doing that, so let's do them and then focus on Thaumcraft. By things that we have to finish, I mean Enderio. So far, we just managed to make the alloy smelter and the machine chassis, but the problem is that I have no patterns for anything else. I don't have the alloys, I don't have the fused cores, and technically I cannot auto-craft anything. So this is going to be a problem. And also I realized that the heads have been added, but there are ways to auto-craft them, so that's not going to be a problem. Anyway, let's finish with Enderio. The recipes for all the items that I'm going to make are in the JEI, so there is no point of me going through one by one, and Enderio is becoming so complicated that you need to craft gazillion items in order to make something. So I will do the patterns and I will bring you back when I'm done. That last 30 seconds took me 30 minutes. That was complicated. I don't know why they did that. Anyway, let's do the conduits as well because I don't want to get back to our main base anymore. I also made a slice and splice machine from Enderio, which will allow us to make the Enderman head and the zombie head thingy. We are going to need them in order to make the Aversion obelisk, because that will allow me to blacklist mobs from spawning in my area. You just need to put the mobs in a soul vial and put them inside the Aversion obelisk and they don't spawn. So we can do that with bats in the main base because I hate bats, and we can also do that with aggressive mobs. The slice and splice device also requires a shear and an axe as well as a capacitor. You don't need to put complicated axe and shears. Chances are that it will never completely use them anyway, so you're fine. Thanks to mystical agriculture, we can also craft all the skulls and heads required, but the problem is the Enderman head, and I need Ender Pearl essence. I'm converting all the Ender Pearl essence into Ender Pearls, so I don't have Ender Pearl essences, but we have a very powerful Enderman farm, which spawns them in the end, so we can use that. Well, I thought something has gone wrong with the buttons in order to spawn the Enderman, but I think the soul shards are gone, because it should spawn Enderman, and that thing is also gone. What's wrong? Well, I reset the dislocators again at the end, and this is not working. Okay, that's interesting. I don't know what broke it. Since the last update, apparently it doesn't work, and if this doesn't work, that means that we have a pyramid which has no function. No, it doesn't work. Okay, we do that manually then. I set up a drawer for the Enderman head, and we should get it from our mob farm. It should be much slower, but we should get them over time, it's not a problem. I got these two Enderman head from the end, and for now these will do. Well, we needed the Enderman head in order to make the tormented Enderman head, and with this we are able to make the Aversion obelisk. Well, now we can also auto-craft the Aversion obelisk, because I put a pattern and we have one. This is a very neat device and I will show you how. You are going to need a capacitor. The better the capacitor is, the higher is the range, and we are also going to need soul vials, I think. Yeah, I think you need soul vials. You need to capture the mobs in these soul vials and put them inside the Aversion obelisk, and then that mob will not spawn. So I also make a pattern for that, and we also take one sample. I don't know if it works. It should work the same. Theoretically, you put it on the ground, you give it power, and you capture a mob in a soul vial and you put it inside. And you also need a capacitor in order for it to work, and the bigger the capacitor is, the larger is the range, and we can go and check out the range. The soul vial that you put inside the Aversion obelisk will not allow the mob to spawn in that area, and wow, it has a huge area. I think it's 64 by 64. That's good, because I'm going to make a base for our Thaumcraft and I don't want mobs. So any mobs that comes close, we just put it in a soul vial and do not allow it to spawn. Alright guys, I found a place that I like. It's in a savanna near our base. It's not that near and it's also not that far. It's actually just here, next to our chaotic hole thingy. And I like this place. It's like the one which I have in Feed the Beast Revelation, and unfortunately there's a meteor there, but I think I can remove it. It's not a problem. Anyway, I think this should be our Thaumcraft base. I make up a platform and I will bring you back. Alright guys, for now I just made a platform. I added an independent ME system so that we can put our Thaumcrafty things inside. I'm thinking that we will have multiple platforms on this mountain for different stuff, for alchemy, for, I don't know, the fusion crafting, and also a small mob farm. And I want to get into liquid death today, and for that we are going to need to research towards alchemy. I think that we will do one research together and the rest I will do off camera. In order to research towards alchemy, it requires me to submit 2 V crystals, one for potentia and one for metallum. I realized that iron nuggets have metallum, and if I put 18, I will be able to get a little bit of metallum out of it. So we will put our quartz levers inside and we will get metallum. And for potentia, we are going to use coal. So again, there is a bug. Sometimes it does not accept the items that I throw into cauldron. Anyway, we are getting our potentia. Now that we have both crystals, we can do this and progress towards alchemy. Very nice. So the next one is experimentation and awareness. And since I want alchemy, we will choose experimentation. What is the next one? Okay, another V crystal. What crystal are you? Fabric. Okay, fabrico, I think it comes from wool, so let me check and I'll be right back. And yes, it does come from wool. The reason that I sometimes drop 2 items at a time is that when the essentia number for an item is an odd number, I want to make it even, because otherwise you cannot take it out with your quartz levers and then it will be converted into flux in the area. And I have to be very careful. I don't want flux here anymore. So this part of the research is also done, and we have another crystal which is Victus. And this time we already have a V crystal for Victus in our ME system, so we can just hand it over and progress. And there you go. Very nice. So what is the next one? 2 more crystals, oh come on. That's nice. So vitreous comes from glass. And for vacuous, we're going to need bowls. Sometimes the name gives you a hint on which item you should drop. Vacuous comes from vacuum, and apparently a bowl has a vacuum inside. You can guess sometimes. Oh, there was flux. Okay, that's not good. So we can hand over our crystals and progress further. What is the next one? Reject fundamentals. In any case, I don't have the studies for the astrology stuff, so we don't have a choice. Anyway, it shouldn't be that bad. This was towards alchemy, which is good. We do awareness because I don't want to reject things that much, and this should be almost done. Oh, you need another crystal? Yeah, I'm not in the mood. We do awareness again. It will add towards oromancy, I think. Yeah, it's not a problem. We already have enough for alchemy, so it should be fine. So this research is done and we gained 1 point towards alchemy, which is good. Alright guys, I was doing hedge alchemy, which is a prerequisite for liquid death, and there is a small bug which is also posted on Reddit. You cannot make the moss stone, it has no recipe, and if you click on it, nothing will happen. And someone said if you craft it in your crafting grid, you should be able to do it. So 1 vine and 1 stone gives us mossy stone, and if this is complete, oh yeah, very good. So we are done. This is just a bug, it's nothing important. Now I think we can move towards liquid death. Yes, and our alchemical theory that we just did comes into use. Perfect. Now we can start making liquid death and make a lovely mock farm. Oh, you need mortars. Oh, yeah. I'll gather the resources. I used to remember that liquid death was one of the most expensive things that you can craft in Thaumcraft, but now we just need alchemia, mortis and perducio. So it was relatively easy because if you have 10 creeper heads, you will have the exact amount of mortis and perducio, and one brew stand will give you a little bit more than what you need for alchemia. So I'm guessing if I drop my bucket, I will get liquid death. Oh wow, that was easy. And we just get everything out because I'm very afraid of flux and the levels are going very high. In order to test the liquid death, we're going to need a test subject, and this pig looked beautiful. What the? It has a name? When you put it in a soul pile, it gives it a name? That's interesting. Anyway, the reason that I wanted liquid death is that if you drop mobs inside liquid death, it will give you the V crystals for free. And it will also be acting as a mob farm. So it should be nice. Let's test this thing. Why does it have a name tag? Just drop it in a 1x1 puddle, otherwise you will have problems. You cannot pick it up again. And bacon in a bottle was dissolved, and he gave us V crystals. That is lovely. And also some fat. The reason that I told you to put it in a 1x1 hole is that you would be able to pick it up. If you put it in a 2x1 hole, it will equally distribute itself between both blocks. So there will be half a bucket in both of them, and then you cannot pick it up and you just wasted your bucket of liquid death, which is still not very fun to make. This might be a very stupid thing to do, but I really want to try it. I want to see if I get dissolved in liquid death, what will it give me? And I need a bed to set my spawn, because this is far away and I don't think I can climb the mountain. So we put everything inside, and I'm going to waste this bucket, I know that, but I really want to know what happens. Where do I put the bucket? I guess there is fine. See you in heaven or hell. Ooh, wow, it does damage. Okay. That's taking some time. Oh, there was a bubble. And yep. I was dissolved. Nice. Okay, I really wanted to do that once. So let's check which kind of crystal am I getting. Yeah, I wasted the bucket. It's fine, we can make more. Oh, I do have a crystal. Permutatio. Okay. Nice. I'm mutating? I don't know. The next thing that I want to make is the goggles of revealing from Thaumcraft. It's like mana lens in Botania, and it will allow you to see which aspects are in the cauldron, and if I know which aspects are in the cauldron, chances of me releasing it as flux will be lowered. And I don't like flux. And it's also a bubble, so we can wear it on our head. It would be easy. And it also gives me a V discount. That's nice. I didn't know. Okay, so I can wear it on my head. That's nice. Yeah, this is empty. So if I drop a dirt, it has 5 Terra inside, and all I have to do is to just look. Cool? Anyhow, with the researchers done, we can now proceed with our mob farm. I will make a basic structure and I will bring you back for setting it up. And I should also release these Terra that we have in the cauldron, because the flux levels are very high. Alright guys, I have prepared a 9x9 area for our mob farm. It's not actually far away from our Thaumcraft area. It's going to be a cursed earth mob farm, and we are going to use vector plates and fans in order to direct the mobs into the pool of liquid death, which will be in the center. The mobs will also drop additional items, their normal drops, in addition to the V crystals. I don't know how many different types of V crystals we're going to get, but it will not be all of them, because I think there are more than 30 V crystals, and I don't think this farm will provide us with more than maybe 15. Anyway, that's something we have to check. Let's first check if the fans work and everything will be directed inside the pool, and then we're good to go. And this was the last fan, and I fell into the place where we're going to have liquid death. Luckily I didn't put it inside. Yeah, it seems to be working. Wherever I go, I just fall into this hole. So it should be fine. We can cover it up and start filtering the drops, and also put the liquid death. I brought some dark glass. This should be nice. So let's also work on the filtering system. I have brought a vacuum hopper, so everything that is available on top of that steel platform, which will be our liquid death, will be absorbed by this and goes into the crate. And I also made Enderio conduits and these gigantic filters. I made a mod filter because they changed the GUI. Okay. So I have to put it on extract, I guess. How do you do that? Why do you change stuff? The old version was fine. Anyway, the mod filter is actually very neat because you can just specify that items from Thaumcraft, for instance, get extracted and the rest will just remain in the crate. And when the Thaumcraft stuff get extracted, they will go into that ender chest, and we will also hook it up to our ME system at our Thaumcraft base, and we will get the crystals directly. And this will be put on insert. Cool. Now comes the scary part. We should add the liquid death. I've made 3 buckets and I think that should be enough. We put it in the center. Oh, it doesn't distribute equally. Okay. I think that's a change from the previous version. That's actually nice, so you can pick it up if you put it anywhere. That's good because it's expensive. But that's going to bug me. I think I will make 6 more just to make symmetry, and it should be fine. Let me get out of here first and not fall in the liquid death, and we can drop our drop of evil. And nothing is spawning because I have to put the glass, and yes. Cool. Oh, that's actually nice. So are we getting V crystals? Yes, we are getting V crystals. That is very good. Yep, it's working. I'm happy. And I have to just set filters for the other ones. Well, I let it run for a few minutes, and apparently these are the crystals that we're getting, and it's not that bad. One of them should be extra. Yeah, Terra. We already have Terra, so these are the crystals that we're getting. It's not that bad. It seems that we have run into the same problem, and Endermen just teleport outside, and this is going to be a problem. But luckily we have Enderio now, so we can fix this. Well, as I said, we are going to solve this problem using Enderio, and there is an item in Enderio called the Attractor Obelisk, which is exactly the opposite of the Aversion Obelisk. So when you put a soul vial inside, it will make all those mobs in that area, which are in the soul vial, to teleport to that location. Unfortunately, it needs an enticing crystal, you need a villager in the soul vial, and you need the soul binder. So let me get down to crafting and I will bring you back. So let's test the idea. We just give it power and an Enderman should teleport. I can hear him. Oh, yeah, there you go. So it does work. That is nice. And I just have to get rid of him before he makes me crazy. Where did you go? Okay, fine. Well, getting in here was not very fun because, you know, it's dark and mobs were spawning. I had a couple of creeper explosions, but luckily I had the charm of the benevolent blah 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 from Botania, so nothing exploded. And we just have to give this thing power and it should be fine, I hope. Because it will make them teleport there anyway, so if they take damage and teleport away, they will teleport back. And we just get rid of the torches, which is going to be the scary part. And this one. They're already spawning. Okay, how do I get out? Oi! Okay, don't... yeah, this is why you should not make modifications to a mob farm. Fine, I'll just close it down. Blip, blip. Nice. And the Endermen are getting stuck, which is good. Alright guys, the last thing that I want to do today is to make an ever full urn, and apparently it will allow you to automatically fill the crucible with water, and I don't have to worry about automating that thing because I was thinking Enderio and different stuff, and luckily I just found this. It's not very expensive, and apart from Aqua Essentia we have the rest, so let's get crafting. As I said, it was not very expensive. We just need Terra and Aqua, and every water bottle gives you 10 Aqua, so 3 of them will give me 30, and it don't give it back. So we have our urn. Now we should test this. So if I get rid of the water, are you filling it in? Oh yeah, that's nice. Slowly but surely. That's actually good. So I don't have to automate anything, and that is nice, and I can also get rid of this one. Anyhow, guys, it's time to wrap up the episode. I really enjoy playing with Thaumcraft because it has not been available for more than 1 year. All the astral sorcery, wizardry, and magical mods that have been added to 1.10 and 1.12, there were actually supposed to be a substitute for Thaumcraft, but you know, nothing can substitute Thaumcraft. It's amazing. In any case, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Till the next episode. Bye bye.